on. Let's have a bit of fun till our downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love, you say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Alright, we made it to Chattanooga, Tennessee. We're at the Raccoon Mountain RV park. Took us about 9 hours, maybe 9.5 to get up here. Really nice campground, kind of tight spot, so I'm standing in the spot next to us. Yeah, their sewer's here and our sewer on the other side's right up against our neighbors, so that kind of sucks, but kind of cramped quarters, but it's really is a nice campground. You can see the mountains off in the distance. We're gonna hit Ruby Falls in the morning, probably Lookout Mountain, and get a bite to eat. And should be a good trip. We're here for a full week, so should be fun. Alright, first day, we made it to Ruby Falls. About 9 o'clock in the morning. Our tour, I guess you could call it, is at 9:30. Nice and cool, 60 degrees out here this morning. Kind of foggy. Kind of hard to see the mountains in the background, but we're doing Ruby Falls Lookout Mountain today. I don't think we got tickets to Lookout Mountain yet, but we got our tickets for Ruby Falls, so We're gonna go in here and check it out. I haven't been in here since I was probably, I don't know, 8, 10 years old.
I was 13.
You were 13? So it's been a long time since we've been here.
Maybe even 12.
We're gonna go check it out.
You can dive if you want to.
I'm like on the border.
We got our color guys to go from here.
We already lost one.
Sorry. Just a moment. This is not the whole tour, so. This is it, guys. How do you like it? Guys, welcome to Ruby Falls. My name is Taylor. I will be your tour guide today. I'm from Colorado. We like to figure out where everybody's from before we get going. Where are you from?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. You ever been here before?
No.
No? Okay, you're in for a treat. What about you guys?
Augusta, Georgia.
Augusta, Georgia. Not far.
Florida.
Florida. We've had a few people from Florida this week. You guys are running from something.
Yeah, it's hot.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Same thing. You guys are probably running from the same thing.
Yeah, and it's been about 30 years since
about
we've
30
been
years
here.
since we've been
It's
here.
been a long
Okay,
time.
well, honestly, it hasn't changed much. I'm not going to lie to you. But we're going to get a photo of you right down here. I'm going to go see if we got anybody else on our group. And we'll get going in just a moment, all right? We're going to go right down that way.
Where the Goonies live.
Along that wall, if we could, on this side for just a moment.
A little stream going through there.
You guys in the back, if you guys want to come up here, just line up right there, make it easy. Perfect. There we go, guys. And we don't have a gigantic group, so you should be able to get comfortable here in a second. But we do want to make sure everybody can kind of get in here, and there we go. And guys, if you guys want to come up here a little bit and actually get in the middle or walk down the middle if you'd like, or standing back there is fine. You just want to be able to see a TV. Perfect. Guys, welcome to Ruby Falls. Once again, my name is Taylor. We're about to experience a natural cave system, so that means low ceilings and narrow passages. Please watch your step, watch your head. On the way through, we ask that you do not touch anything. The oils in your hands can stunt the growth of an active formation for up to 10 years. On our way through, we will experience a few groups on their way out. We are the inbound group, they are the outbound group. We have more reason to stand aside and take pictures and stuff, and they've already seen everything, so we might as well just let them pass through, and we'll get going as soon as they do, all right? There are a few places we will listen to audio clips and stop and talk for a second. We do ask that you act as a group and let everybody hear those points, as well as stick together as a group throughout the tour. Last thing, we got a short 2.5-hour video we're going to watch, and then we'll get going, all right?
And this would have been a tight squeeze, huh? Forget that.
Oh yeah, I definitely would get that.
Watch your head.
Maya, get out there. Walk out the car.
Oh, look at that. That's where they call it. Oh, it's right there. Dang, is that fire? No. Look how creepy it is. It's terrifying.
That's funny.
I wish we could go to
That's so cute.
the gift shop. We are going to go to the gift shop. We have to do the tour first. I like it. It's not scary at all. Isn't it a little bit terrifying? A little bit fun?
A little bit terrifying, a little bit fun. Okay, I'll take that.
Very terrifying and a little bit fun. It feels like the entrance is just going to be locked. And they're not gonna be able to get out. This is why he was first able to stand up. That's terrifying. Okay, Mom.
Yeah, that'd be a long crawl.
Oh, my. Oh, Jesus, I'm here right here.
It's crazy.
It's even got a spot for the wick at the top. The cactus, not so much. It's seen better days. It looks more like Garfield, if you look into the space right here. I'm going to have you guys pull up right about here. You guys can come up here now. So we're going to kind of spread you so everybody can see this while the audio clip goes, but you might want to make sure not to stand on this line right here. You can hang. Just don't stand directly in front of it because it leaves a little bit of room to be desired for head space. That's good. You can come right there, and then you might want to stop on that end. Perfect. Yeah, that's right here. That's what we have.
And pulled out 5 million pounds of limestone to create the elevator shaft. We used that limestone to build the Cavern Castle, which some call the world's most magnificent cave entrance. We carefully planned the trail through the cavern to avoid disturbing the underground streams and ancient formations. Stalagmites rising up from the ground, stalactites
I guess.
Mommy?
Do you have yours?
Yeah.
You just take his
No. No, white stuff is
Can you get a picture of you all with the thing behind you there?
Thank you.
Crystal chandelier. Something about water on the bridge. Oh yeah, there's the donkey. The rear end.
Yeah, we want to feel tall.
Well, I do feel tall all the time.
You come in here.
Yeah.
Look where you're at.
It's getting wet.
That's pretty.
There's a big column. Big.
I want to touch it so bad. Oh my gosh. You just want everything. Oh my gosh.
That's how horror movies start.
Yeah, you're right.
Get some kind of parasitic microbe on your skin.
Oh my jeez.
Go back to the surface, and then we really have a pandemic.
Oh jeez. Leave it to you.
Man, this is a low. I'm short, and I've got to bend my head. Oh, look at these rocks.
I'm only 5'5" and I still have to bend.
This rock is just, it looks like it's just hanging
It's
here.
very precarious.
Yeah, I don't even want to get close to that thing. The hall of,
There. Yeah, stream under
a
there.
little, yeah.
Caboose, are you back there?
We're coming.
Perfect, guys. We're going to stop the Leaning Tower right now. The Leaning Tower is the oldest formation in the cave, said to be over 3.5 million years old, based off the fact that it only grows a half inch every 100 years. Right below the tower, we have our trusty mascot, Myrtle the Turtle, making his ever-long quest up the hill. I've been here a few months, I haven't seen him move an inch, to be honest.
Nature is a patient artist. With a growth rate of only half an inch every 100 years, the creation of formations in the cave spans centuries. Their distinctive shapes are miraculous. Fabric-like draperies floating from limestone, curly helictites defying gravity, delicate straw-shaped capillary tubes.
Oh, wow.
Turtle.
Oh, I see the turtle now.
I don't see it. I see the sign.
It's right there. See the little head and the little shell?
Oh, climbing up
Climbing
the
up,
side.
yeah.
Okay. I was looking on the rock up like above the sign. Okay.
I got you.
Oh. What was this one? The elephant's foot or something? Wasn't there one called an elephant's foot?
Dragon's foot.
Oh, dragon's foot.
I can totally see that, though.
Yeah. Getting narrow.
Yes, it is.
Beehive.
Kids, how are you? Oh, I see him.
It's the one on top of us. This right here. This peach and purple. There's a bench for pictures. Take a picture. Next console.
Unsalted, I'm not really sure, but I do know it makes me hungry every time I walk through here. We got cave bacon, guys.
Hey, baby.
I see your righteous excitement. Right past that, to kind of complete the meal, we've got cave potato chip if you want to kind of finish off that meal. And we can start moving again. Hey, Doug, I'm
Looking
gonna
up through crevices along the path reveals hidden
We've got to
wonders.
go.
Just when you think you've seen everything, something new catches your eye. Overhead formations like cave bacon with its coloring from iron oxide always brings a smile to my face.
Cave
Nature
bacon.
paints a
What about the
beautiful,
cave
sometimes picture
fire
of
extinguisher?
landscape.
Maybe. Oh, I see bacon.
Yep, looks like bacon.
Yep. Oh, that's cool. Look up.
Looking up through crevices along the path reveals hidden wonders. Just when you think you've seen everything, something new catches your eye. Overhead formations like cave bacon with its coloring from iron oxide always brings a smile to my face. Nature paints a beautiful sometimes.
Go nuts, guys. Watch the step.
So what do you girls think?
Terrifying.
It's not.
They look in front, mine is behind. It's narrow.
It's not terrifying.
What
Hilarious.
does narrow mean? What's tobacco? Tobacco is the stuff that cigarettes. That's something that you smoke. It's bad. It's bad for everybody. It definitely is. That's why Daddy
Hold on to the
stopped.
railing so you don't fall down the stairs.
That's why Daddy stopped. Well, if I told him to stop, or I told him to walk. That's what you make me do. Stop smoking. Look, there's water running. This is really bad.
Do you think anything lives down there besides like bacteria? Probably not.
That's where they were falling. Yes, they were falling. There's no bugs in here. Oh, Jesus, stop falling backwards. This is steep.
Oh, it's steep.
Touch-free cave. Oh, that's pretty. Look, they put the lights in it. Oh, I don't. There, that's crazy. There's there. I know. We're going up and down, up, down, up, down, 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 up. Oh, Jesus.
Stairs.
Yeah. I'm
Yes, they're running right back again. I'm
trying to look where I'm filming and stepping.
Right.
Getting a flashlight? You haven't happened?
Scary. It's blood. It's just red lights. Watch your step.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
So guys, you guys want to come up here? I'm not calling back here. You guys get your bench, please.
Was nice and cool in here, and I'm working up a sweat.
All the way
Yes.
up, guys.
I agree.
How you doing?
I think we should sit these senior citizens on with because they said their feet hurt.
That's fine too. If somebody needs to sit down, that's perfectly fine as well.
Hey, well, my.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Please. We're good at it. Plus he's a Tennessee native, so.
All the way around, guys. The light will be on just a moment. All the way up first, folks. The light will be on in just a moment.
Looks like a squid or an octopus.
Yes.
And my personal favorite, we have steak and potatoes. You got a nice ribeye right here. You got the eye in there. You got a couple Yukon Gold in the back and the front. Even got a little bit of asparagus right here. We can start heading out, guys.
Steak and potatoes. Chandelier. All right, next up, Rock City. You ready? The drive up here looked awesome.
Drive up here was
It was beautiful.
beautiful. Oh my goodness.
We went to
Amazing.
Ruby Falls this morning and had lunch at the 1885 Grill, which was really good.
Best burger ever.
Went back to the camper and made our reservations for the Raccoon Caverns tomorrow morning. And we're going to spend the rest of the afternoon up here hanging out. Maybe go check out the tap room in Chattanooga. Go try some beer and maybe get some dinner. Guess it just depends on how long we're here.
Beautiful day.
Weather's perfect. Beautiful day. So.
Now we have to do face covering.
Hey. Watch where you're stepping.
Yes, sir.
A narrow passage.
Pero esto es como lo más popular. ¿Qué más hay aquí, Claudia? Pues está el tren, el triple.
Emergency therapy is very important.
No, let him pass.
He's already passed. Watch your step. It says please stay on the trail, but I can see how people would be tempted to go explore back there. Uh-oh. I have to turn sideways through here. Wow.
Oh my gosh, Jensen, hold that camera up. Look,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
We're squeezing through the crevice here.
Holy moly. Oh my gosh. Oh, nerve-wracking.
Hope you're not claustrophobic. The tight squeeze through there. We just ate lunch.
Let me get a picture real quick. Stop and turn around. Oh wow. Look at that.
What? Yeah, that's what I'm recording. It's a nice little area down there.
Beautiful.
I wonder what this is down there.
Said rock pretty gnomes.
Oh,
So
I see them now. The gnomes.
It's so beautiful. Ooh, I like this plant. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to get some like that.
Okay, look around. Look at over. Okay, there you go. Stand this way. Evelyn, this way, like that. Take it. There you go.
Oh, careful, careful, careful. You can go with that.
It's a big drop. We're on the Gnomes overpass. Is this where we came in? Well, I'm glad we did this today. If it's going to be hotter tomorrow, because I'm already working up a sweat.
Espérate.
Vente, porque pasan ellos. Uh-oh, we're going into the Goblins underpass. Oh, wow.
Should we kiss under the Goblins overpass?
Underpass?
Yeah, underpass.
I don't want to hold everybody up.
Uh-huh. They're scaring their granddaughters.
No. Oh, there's restrooms up there. There's goblins in there, kids. Oh yeah, I got a good sweat going now.
Make it down there. I wouldn't want her to like, I would put her like,
The sign says.
I wonder how they decided the best way to go through all this to get to this lookout point. Make all these walkways and
It's beautiful, isn't it?
underpasses and overpasses. Very nice.
Absolutely.
It looks like the rock is just melted on top, like it's just like cow patties. All right, let's do the swing along bridge.
Okay, let's do it.
Uh-oh, traffic jam. Swing along bridge. Pretty sure I remember doing this when I was a kid. Either when
This is my first time to Rock City, so we did not do
either when we came with my parents years ago or when I came with Chase. I don't know. I remember doing this though.
No, we didn't come here. We just went through the falls when I was a kid. On our way through to Washington, D.C.
Oh yeah, we're getting shaky.
This is so cool.
I hope these boards will hold up all 230 pounds of me. It is shaking. A mysterious figure holding a dove.
This is suspension bridge. What did they call it? They didn't call it suspension bridge.
The swing along bridge.
Swing along bridge.
Wow. Can you get a picture? Or are you videoing? I'm video.
Can we get you and her right there for a quick picture?
Sure. I see people under us. I guess we go all through here. I don't know. I wish we could hop down this rock and walk over to those rocks and take a picture.
That would be pretty.
But there's some spots over here to take pictures. Yeah, Lover's Leap. And there's the Sky Bridge.
Why do we go that way?
Because all these people were stopped, so I went around them. All right, so what'd you think of Rock City?
That was really nice. It was beautiful. Boulders are
Yeah, I thought it was nice. That fairy tale land thing was kind of freaky.
No, it was great.
All the black lights and weird nursery rhyme stuff. It's kind of creepy, I thought, but it was cool.
It's more the
tell a lot of work.
original characters of nursery rhymes.
Yeah, Mother
That's
Goose.
why. It's original. It's not how glammed up all the characters are today.
Yep. Well, we enjoyed it. It took us about an hour, excuse me, about an hour and a half. My calf's got to work out
Oh yes, mine too.
between Ruby Falls this morning and Rock City.
Let's hope we can walk tomorrow.
I'm probably at 10,000 steps right now. So, I don't know, you want to do downtown Chattanooga or the Tap House or something?
Tap House.
We'll see. I might go get a drink.
Tap House.
All right, we just checked in for our cavern tour this morning. Going up here, the entrance to the, what do they call it? The Crystal Walking Tour?
I think so.
Crystal Caverns Walking Tour.
Yes, Crystal Caverns.
So the entrance to the caves are just in here. We're waiting on, I guess, one other couple to get here. And we'll see what this is all about. Should be pretty fun.
I hope we don't freeze.
Huh?
I hope we don't freeze.
Oh yeah, they said it was 58 degrees year round. So we'll see. We got some light jackets on. But if we're hiking through a cavern, I'm sure we'll work up some body heat. Well, I guess it's going to be a small group of us. Because he said, what, we were waiting on one other couple? Mm-hmm. Well, we're the only couple up here. So this is the entrance to the caverns. There's an old cable car here that used to go up the mountain. Right there. There's a little bit of history in this car on Raccoon Mountain, which I haven't read all of it yet, but I'll have to take a look at that before we leave. But it's about. Yeah, we were looking at this thing earlier, wondering how it hasn't rotted yet. You build something out of wood, treat it or whatever. In Louisiana, it's a couple years, it's rotten. Surprised that thing's still standing. Really cool looking tree. Anyway, it's about 10 after 9. Our cave tour starts at 9:30. And this was just a short walk from our campsite in Raccoon Mountain Campground. I guess they allow video in here. I didn't ask, but I'll see if I can get some video inside. I didn't ask at Rock City or Ruby Falls, and nobody told me anything, so we should be pretty good. We'll see.
I thought I was taking pictures and video, I believe, at Rock City and Ruby Falls. I saw a lot of people doing that.
I think I was the only one walking around with an old school camera, though, like this. Everybody else I saw was using phones. Yeah. Oh well. We'll see what happens. So I read the history over there, and now Erica's questioning whether or not she wants to go into this cave or not, because I guess the locals back in the early 1900s used to, I mean, the cave was known about. The farmers used to use it as the cave entrance, as a place to cool off when they were, while they were farming the land. But one little tidbit I thought was interesting is there was a spider specimen collected in this cave, a cavern spider that is unique to this cave only. It's not found anywhere else that they know of. And so now Erica's worried she might get a spider on her.
Gross. So disgusting.
But I think that's cool. We might see a spider that doesn't exist anywhere else.
No, that's not cool.
And I've seen pictures in the office over there of salamanders and just kind of interesting cave creatures that might live in these caves. So we will see what we see. I'll try to record some stuff, but if nothing else,
Me freaking out?
we'll get some, hopefully get some pictures.
All of this stuff on the green trail.
Okay, gotcha.
And I read on the sign out there that there were over, 5 miles of stuff that have, I guess,
So just
passages.
this map here is 5.5.
Okay.
Now,
Just the small part's 5.5?
just what you see
No,
here
what's on the map?
Oh, just the map is 5.5.
Yeah, but this
Okay.
map is incomplete.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, ooh, that's a tiny little reference point. Salamanders.
Yeah, that whole thing's 5.5. We're doing that in an hour.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Let's go
well
on a
then.
roller coaster.
So are those
really fast.
spiders harmless?
They are. That's just because of their size. A crystal caverns cave spider
God.
at full size will fit in the pea and spider here.
Oh, like,
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
So,
so they're that tiny.
yes. Yeah, you won't even be able to see these guys.
thank the Lord.
Don't like spiders?
No.
Don't look up. You will see the crickets. These guys look like spiders.
I won't look up, no problem. Hey, no problem.
Eyes down.
No.
Yeah. Luckily, it's only around the entrance. Pretty much all the animals they'll hang by the entrances for food.
Yeah.
Now another one we're not going to see is the bats. Bats in here are pretty rare just because they prefer to come in to hibernate. So when we do see them, they're mostly in the back of the cave, towards like Janie's room, which is like the middle of the map.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Okay.
right here. Okay.
Yes.
That's
Just too
what-
much light up here. You still get occasional bats up here, but it's mostly like gray bats that fly in here by accident because they couldn't get back to Nickajack. Nickajack is a cave nearby. It is a cave that most of the gray bats in this area live at. It's about 10,000 of them.
Oh, wow.
You can go out to it and watch them actually come out at sunset.
That would be awesome. Yes.
It's only 20 minutes down the road, so you guys are up for
We
it?
might have to go check it out.
Yes.
Yeah,
The Janie, you said it's they're in the Janie's room?
No.
Yeah, that's where they
Well,
live at when they're in here. And that's mostly just the eastern pipstrels. Eastern pipstrels are not the...
Oh, no, that's the one that they don't come out because
Yeah,
they
yes. No, the one they
okay.
come out of is Nickajack Caverns. It's down the road.
Okay.
Ben, how much have you been through?
I've been up to about Velcro crawl.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, everything back here, this is really easy to get to, so
Yeah.
all that's been through here. I've only been in grand piano room once, and that's because I don't want everyone there.
Into the what room?
Grand piano room.
Oh.
The ceilings are unstable and it drops 6-ton boulders, so most of our guides are a little sketchy about going in there, including myself.
6-ton
They should
boulders? No.
go in there.
No.
Yeah. We don't really like going in there. We'll sit at the entrance, but they've asked us to check it out before, and we didn't know how bad it was. And yeah, we had a rock come down probably 10 feet from us.
Really?
After that, none of us wanted to go again.
What about Waterfall Dome? Have you
Waterfall
done that?
Dome actually is one we take guests to.
But
Yeah.
it's pretty.
Oh yes. So this room, it's about 70, 75 feet tall, and then it's a 55-foot tall waterfall.
Nice.
Mhm.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's just only way to it's crawl. That and this is a rain-dependent waterfall. It will still flow without rain even for a couple months. It's just not going to be a massive downpour.
Right.
So it's kind of like a real waterfall in that situation of, hey, if there's a lot of rain, yeah, it's going to be going really good. Without that.
Okay.
Now, basic rules in here: don't break stuff, don't steal stuff, don't touch the walls, please. Ask questions as much as you like, and then all electron timers. So we do ask if you're going to go forward. If you see no lights on, just stop. Don't try to go through it.
Okay.
Yeah, likely just walk into the ceiling.
Oh, nice.
And then last thing is obviously just don't spit in here. Just treat this like it's someone else's house. Treat your respect, basically.
Spit. People really spit in here.
I've seen a huge wad of dip on the side of the trail.
Oh, shame.
Oh my gosh. Well, how about we just follow you? We'll just follow. Do we need to shut this door?
No, you can leave it open. Yeah. So the crickets are normally all up here, but yeah, they're here. Just a couple.
Oh, yeah.
I guess keep your mouth closed when you look up.
Yeah,
That's
there's
crazy.
many good reasons for that one, honestly.
Oh, those aren't very big crickets at all.
No, their legs are
Yeah, they're
strange looking. They look spider-like.
Yeah, they do. Long,
Yeah.
Skinny and.
A lot of people will call them sprickets.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, if you ever heard the term spricket before, this is what they talk about.
Gotcha. High voltage.
Sorry, I was just looking to see if there's any salamanders chilling out right here.
No worries.
A lot of times they'll hang out right here at the door. So I just looked around real quick to check. Might just have some bad luck today. Or it could just be they're a little bit farther in. They'll do that if they're really hungry.
Oh, what's that right there?
Oh, that is salmon. It's a small one.
Oh, yeah. Tiny guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow. Took me a minute to see that.
Yeah. Get eyes on you, because I didn't see that at first. I just glossed over it.
That's okay, I still don't see it.
It's a long little skinny.
Yeah, look right in the middle of my
The lights
lane.
are shining on it. Do you see?
I see it now, yes.
I got a good shot of it on the camera if you want to look at the viewfinder here.
I wasn't,
You see it?
I was thinking more normal,
Yeah.
not this.
Do you want to see or no?
I can see it.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking more normal. I was looking for a normal salamander, not a
Tiny one. Not a
teeny
big
tiny thing like that, yeah.
Anorexic one.
Yes.
I mean, anything that lives down here just won't be big. Most of the animals that live in here full time are itty bitty. There's another baby one down there. It's a different species though. That's a slimy compared to that one, which was a cave. Can't see him. He's
Yeah, in a little.
Yeah, he's in the
hole.
crack there. It's hard to see.
Now, have you guys been to Ruby Falls?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, the funny thing with this cave is actually the owner or the original discoverer of this cave is the same person.
Oh,
Really?
awesome.
Yep. He actually came in here because beneath Ruby Falls you have Lookout Mountain Caverns. Now that's where he was trying to get to when he drilled into Ruby Falls, but he came in here before that because he was trying to see if this would actually take you into that into that cavern.
Okay.
Yep. Unfortunately for him, once he got in here, he was only able to find one room. He tried finding more, but the problem was all the tunnels were too small.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't willing to risk it on some of those. Still, he loved what he had found here. So they actually bought the land at the time, which was owned by farmers, and then started building this walking tour, which opened up about 1931. Supposedly the farmers had known about this cave, but they didn't come into it. What they would do is they would go up to the entrance, which used to be over there in the wall. They would line up chairs in front of it in the summertime, let cold air blow out and cool them off.
Oh.
See, that's perfect. Yes.
You need a
Yeah.
cave.
I need a cave, yes.
Come to Tennessee, we have about 10,000.
Jeez.
Another little guy, but you can just see his tail. Yeah, we're not gonna see a ton of them today, or at least not this season, just because they just entered breeding season. So most of the adults are hiding, guarding eggs.
It's right up there, or is that?
A wire.
Oh, it's a wire.
That's a root.
A root or
Oh, a
something?
root, yeah.
Yeah.
No, right in.
Well,
the
above
side.
it, I think it's a root too.
Root
Yeah, it's
as
root,
well.
too.
Okay.
Wire stripping on.
Now you know the fun of when we were coming through here and having to strip out the old wiring. Is that a root or a wire? I don't know. Well, the best time was we had one where we're like, is that a root or a cigarette butt? I honestly can't tell.
Oh, heavens.
Yeah, we're just like, this looks so strange. Now, the whole trip is a giant circle, so we'll be coming back here eventually.
Okay.
But for now, we're gonna go up these stairs. We'll come up the ones to the right at the end of the trip.
All right, watch your head.
Yes.
Low right here.
Yeah, that's the memory stone.
Yeah.
Now also guys, feel free to take your time through here, look around. We're not in any real rush. Next tour in here is not scheduled till about 11:30 right now.
Oh wow, this is cool. I wish this camera picked up things a little better in the dark.
But that's the problem with pretty much all cameras unless they have like the built-in night mode. Which I'm sure that's coming, but not yet.
That.
This is really cool.
That's beautiful. Maybe in Disneyland or something.
Crazy part is, this room here is actually not the biggest room in our cave. It's only like the 5th or 6th largest. Yeah, the largest room is roughly like 7 times the size of this. It's just really difficult to get in and out of because originally, the only way into it that we knew of was a 120-foot rappel. Which meant getting out was a 120-foot climb up a rope.
Wow.
We found another way into it recently. We're actually looking to take guests there as soon as the wild caves open. But we have to go back there and build a ladder.
Heck no.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to climb up a rope.
With a ladder, it's only gonna be like 20 feet.
Okay.
I could do 20, but.
Yeah, it's just right here where it's at. The wall it's at, it's basically something you could climb up, but it's really rough, and us guides have some trouble trying to scramble up it. So we're like, we're not gonna make someone who's not used to doing this try to do this. Now, all the formations down here, they are made out of calcite. It's crystallized calcium, basically. And one thing to know is, as we get into areas where the ceilings are lower, you will see more broken formations. Because it used to be, you could come down here, and if you wanted a souvenir, there was no real rules against it. They would tell you don't break them off, but they couldn't do anything after that.
Right.
Nowadays, though, caves are protected by the Cave Protection Act. And basically what that act says is if you break off a formation at this point, it's about $1,000 an ounce.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. This is beautiful.
Oh, yeah. And finding large rocks, you don't just find them in the back of the cave. Pretty much anywhere there's a big room in the cave, you've had the cave go through something called self-stabilization, which is where it drops giant chunks of the ceiling out. So all the rocks here, they were actually broken off the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And it wasn't done by man, this is just done by natural processes. Basically, whenever the cave would flood, the water pressure would crack the ceiling. This creates weak points, then when water drains out of the cave, it causes the whole thing to collapse in until it's stable.
Right.
But yeah, so the biggest piece in here is about 500,000 tons.
Wow.
Golly.
It is beautiful.
Oh, yes. It's actually funny.
Did he get to this room or no?
Yeah, this was the only room he could access. So basically, you have the entrance and then this.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Well, the caves, you never know, honestly, how big they are unless you can truly map out everything. And even then, you miss one turn, oh, there's a whole new section you didn't see.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this, just balancing here.
Oh, yeah.
Big rock.
It's really funny. A lot of people think that whenever they build these trails, they have to actually dig out a lot. In our case, though, they filled in a ton.
Really?
Yeah, where the stairs are at now, this was a giant slope.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so instead of trying to dig into the slope, what they did instead was they just used that slope as basically another wall.
I gotcha.
And then built up a frame, laid down some concrete, and hey, you got stairs now.
Gotcha.
Now, we don't follow all of the original trip.
Okay.
If we did, you would just circle this one room.
Okay.
So across the way, you're going to see some stack stone. There's also going to be a piece of wood up across the way. That's actually the original trip over there. Oh, salamander on the trail.
I don't want to step on it.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, look at him. He's little.
Yeah, he realizes we're staring at him now.
I really want to pick him up, but I'm not going to.
He is.
Oh.
His guts are coming out.
Oh, well, hopefully I didn't step on him.
Oh.
I'm not gonna take a picture of that.
Yikes.
Yeah, sorry.
Poor little buddy.
Didn't mean to ruin that.
Oh.
I was like, what's that weird thing he's dragging next to him? Is that an egg? Nope, it's
No,
guts.
that's his.
Poor guy.
It happens. They get on the trail. All it takes is just not being able to see him, which they like to sit in the dark.
Right.
Yeah.
No. How can you do that? Step on him.
If we stepped on him, he probably would have been flattened.
Oh.
So, more than likely, he got attacked by something or someone.
Oh wow, that's pretty.
Cool view.
Yeah, this was Lambert's favorite spot to watch people come to the cave because he could see them down in the room as well as even when they started. So this area is commonly known as Lambert's Overlook.
I gotcha. Very nice.
Oh yeah.
We have a street in Tucson named Lambert.
I wonder if it's after Leo. Because he actually had his hands in a lot of different caves throughout the years, a lot of different businesses. Some of those he didn't do really good with, such as
Did I get in the way?
No.
he actually went to the Lost Sea for a while. So the Lost Sea, it's out in Sweetwater, Tennessee. It's basically a big underground lake. Well, when he was out there, they found this area, basically it was a big waterfall. Now it's known as Mystery Falls. And everyone wonders why it's called that, but it's actually because the mystery is, why did it shut down after 3 days?
3 days.
Yes, they only showed it to people for 3 days. Turns out what happened was they asked Lambert for help, and he helped them set up a really, really basic and dangerous elevator using a bucket and a rope.
Oh.
So you would get in a bucket, and they would lower you down to the bottom of the waterfall, and then they would pull you back up. The 3rd day in, the rope snapped, and they dropped a guy.
Oh.
Yes, so they shut that down forever after that.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a big lawsuit around that one.
I would imagine so.
Now, what are these holes from?
So when the cave would flood, water gets forced through the cracks. When
Right.
water gets forced through the cracks, it spins like water going down your drains.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, have you guys ever been out to natural springs before?
No.
So if you ever go out to them, a lot of times you'll see they actually do cave diving there. And that's because a lot of the caves have these in them. And then as it drills up, it breaks through the surface and creates a spring.
Oh, spring. Oh.
You see them every...
I would think mineral content or something.
Magnesium, that's right.
Yeah, chief thing's magnesium. Around here, you also have to worry about other stuff. Such as, if you're underneath any shale, the water can actually have lead and mercury in it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, because the shale doesn't contain like huge deposits of it, but there's trace amounts in pretty much all of it. It's actually why around here they used to dig up the shale and process it to extract those elements. They would also extract uranium out of it too, but it's not something we really deal with too much around here.
Uranium. Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's neat.
Yeah. Oh, that is pretty.
Oh yes. This area actually used to be used as a wishing well. That's why you're going to see this like dark green on the walls.
Oh, okay. Copper.
Yep. The lighter green is actually moss, and that's because originally all these lights down here were halogen bulbs, and the halogen light bulbs produced so much heat that we were growing stuff.
Okay.
Most of what's in here now is LEDs. There are still a couple of old halogens laying around that we just haven't gotten to replacing yet. It's one of those things where we were replacing them one at a time, and then COVID hit, and we stopped doing all of it.
Well, the best thing you have in here is this wire light.
Rope light.
Rope light.
We gotta replace this when the bulbs are starting to die.
Fantastic. That's fantastic though, because you know where you're going. Yeah.
Yeah, it was added in because we had a lot of people who said, we can't see where we're walking.
Yeah, watch this stuff.
And even when you had lights right next to the trail, it was just how the shadows got created.
I'm glad you said that, because I didn't even see that stuff.
I know, he told me.
Watch out.
Mm-hmm.
An area where we should probably put some like yellow tape or something down.
That's very pretty. Yes, we
Now, where does this go?
So that's what we call the shortcut. whenever we're having to do work in here on all the lights, we'll use that to get back and forth between two of the rooms, this room and another one really quickly. So it doesn't really run anywhere that we could go today, unless we're just wanting to shortcut the tour a little bit.
Okay.
That and it's tight. Now, with most of the formations you see in here, they're only growing about an inch every 100 years.
Okay.
So most of them are fairly old. Just as a heads up.
How long, do you know how long the policy has been in effect, I guess, for if you touch the formation, you can get fined? Has that been around a long time, or, I mean?
So touching it won't get you fined. It's just asked not to do it because it slows the growth down. Breaking will get you fined, and it's only been around since the late 90s.
Okay.
And the breaking is just because what it is they have this very broad term of vandalism. And so they just apply that to caves of if you vandalize the cave, then you get a fine.
Right.
So breaking stuff is obviously considered from a vandalism.
It seemed like when I was a kid and we went to Ruby Falls, there's that one formation that you come to, they used to let you touch that one, I thought. And that was the only one you could touch, but I could be not remembering correctly.
You are right. They actually still have those formations there. Part of them, or some of them, you honestly, if you touch them, can realize they're not real. Not anymore. The one that you're thinking of, though, was funny, because they had it in the cave for years, then they actually cut it off and took it and put it outside. Then they put it back in the cave a couple years ago. So you can find pictures of it sitting in the parking lot of Ruby Falls.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember I was just 8 or 10 maybe, and that you'd walk in and it had a flat top, and that was the only one they would let you touch, I thought. You put your hand, and so we all touched it, we walked through, and then that was it. But
what was it? They got one, I want to say, that's there. It's called like bacon and eggs.
Yeah.
They actually got in trouble with it, or in trouble for it a couple years ago. Because it's not a formation from their cave.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a cave that's out in Mexico, and they bought it from there and brought it to their cave.
It's steak and eggs.
Steak and eggs.
Steak and eggs.
Steak and potatoes.
Steak and potatoes.
Steak and potatoes.
It's something breakfasty.
That's
what
right. Steak and potatoes.
There is a steak and potatoes, and there's a bacon.
There is a bacon on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's the steak and potatoes. That was the one where apparently it was during a different cave. Someone cut it, and then they brought it or bought it at Ruby Falls.
Oh wow.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Bless you. Thank you.
Ooh, getting low in here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's headache rock.
It looks. This looks.
Yeah,
slick.
this is almost eye level.
The funny part is, if you look right at the front of it, there's this smooth spot that's rounded. And it's where people have actually slammed their heads into this thing.
Oh.
So many times it's
Oh, no.
start taking chunks out of it.
Or just like a pencil. Here.
Look at that. All sorts of muddy.
Yeah. Even I may have to duck a little bit.
Yeah, if you're over 5 feet in here, you'll duck at some point.
Yes. I don't have to duck a whole lot, but looks like I did this time.
This is cool.
Now, have you guys ever had them turn all the lights off on you in a cave?
Hey.
No.
What's that?
Turn off all the lights in the cave. That ever happened to you guys before?
Oh.
Yes.
No.
They've done it in Colossal Cave in Arizona. I can pitch. Like you can't see anything.
Oh, yeah.
I would imagine that would be here too.
Yeah, I can do that for you guys.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, just, I guess put your phones against your body for a sec and get ready. It's going to just get super dark.
I'm ready.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't see anything except the light on.
Spots. No, I can't see anything either.
Yeah, the only spot you can see any lights if you look at him.
And this is
Yeah.
what this guy was crawling through.
Oh yeah, both of the original explorers, the Lambert and the Smith brothers, they would have been crawling through this. Lambert though would have been using either a candle or a lantern.
A candle. What? Oh my gosh.
The brothers weren't much better. They were using a carbide lantern.
A what?
So yeah, carbide lantern.
Okay.
It's another type of headlamp basically. It's the old school.
Okay.
And how it worked was you had carbide and water on your hip, or in a pouch on your hip. Then you ran a tube up underneath your shirt to your helmet. Once it got up to your helmet, you just hooked it into this little case on the front. You'd light a match, light the helmet, and you were good to go.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Yeah, you can find those things still around some days or sometimes.
Antique malls or something?
Pretty much. But they're actually a pretty hard item to get hold of. Now, obviously, they are a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go into a cave with a flashlight thinking the batteries might die on me, much less
Yeah.
having a flame lit on my forehead.
Yeah, I'm wondering about critters that live in there that are not so fun. Like snakes. Were they, or did snakes not go in them?
No, you won't find snakes in these caves. Now, if you're in hotter environments, then yes, it is possible. But the caves, the inside would have to be above 80 degrees. And even like Texas and I assume Arizona probably don't get that hot.
Yeah.
The only times I've ever heard of snakes living in caves is down by the equator. Now you will find them in like the first 40 feet of an entrance.
Right.
But that's about it. Oh yeah. But no, honestly, the true risk or true danger with those carbon lanterns was actually gas.
Oh.
Occasionally going through caves, you will hit methane pockets or pockets of flammable gas.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's why some of the caves in Tennessee are named after people.
Yee.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, if you find any cave that's named after a person, there's a good chance that person didn't survive.
Yeah. Tough way to become famous.
Right? You reminded me of one of the most ridiculous ones we have here in Tennessee. I can't remember when this was, but this guy got stuck in the cave. Now, anytime you see red lights like this just means danger.
Oh, great.
So,
Let's go first.
yeah, you guys can go first. I'll sit back here.
Do I want to know
What is
why it's
dangerous? Yeah, what's dangerous
that?
about it? I mean, other than I wouldn't want to crawl in there.
So that's part of the wild cave tours. The reason it's dangerous is because once you're back there, if you don't know how to get out, you can get lost super easily.
I got you.
So that's the true danger with that. And obviously there are pits back there. There's a bunch of other things too you have to watch out for.
Like knocking your head on the ceiling and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's raining for several days, it can flash flood.
Oh, okay.
Not really flash flood, but it'll be flooding back there.
Right.
Right.
Oh man, this is like perfect little salamander setup.
Yeah, those are rimstone pools. Basically, I'm assuming you guys know how stalagmites form.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
So this is what happens when stalagmite tries to form, but there's a puddle beneath it.
Okay.
Yep. Instead of building the pile that we're used to, all the minerals get shoved to the edge and it builds a bowl up around it.
Love it. It's really neat. Yeah. Makes you want to
You
go
can go
swimming.
ahead and get a picture if you want one.
We'll scooch over.
That's cute.
Oh, gracious. More stairs.
Don't worry, you're not that bad. Except these last ones. The last ones are just misshapen.
Some of this stuff reminds me of like what you would see in Arizona. What do they call that? Like Red Rock Canyon in Arizona. Like the landscape looks like Sedona. Yeah. We would like to see that one day.
If you go to Sedona, you need to go to the little town of Jerome. It's a really cute little town
Jerome?
right on the side of the mountain.
It was going to be the capital of Arizona at one time, but
Then they decided to change it.
yeah, it was one of the biggest copper mines in the world at the time.
Well, we got that name on video, so we'll remember it. We can go back and watch the video and remember where to go
That's true.
when we do go. We may
It's not
plan
far
on
from
going
Sedona.
next year.
Honestly, it sounds probably better than most of our small towns around here. Because it's like when you say Tennessee has a small town, you could literally drive through it in less than a minute. We actually have one called Copper Basin. You drive into it and then you're like, wait, I'm already through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how far back that goes.
Yeah, so this is actually where people used to spend the night in here.
Really?
Who?
People would spend the night.
Oh.
Yeah, at one point in time we had this tour that we called the overnight tours.
Okay.
And that was where you would come down and you would either spend the night here or you'd go deeper into the cave and spend the night back there. We had to stop those tours though because we could not trust people.
Oh, yes. That's true. No, don't trust people.
And going to the bathroom, too.
We had porta potty set up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the little like plastic container we could seal the lid on and
Yeah.
carry it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just couldn't trust people. They would either break formations off, which is why so many of them are broken off here.
Or go wandering by themselves.
Yep.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, they got lost plenty of times.
Oh man.
The big problem with getting lost, though, was actually the fact that we have to call in rescue crews for that. And the rule states that for every person lost, you're supposed to have like 10 or more people. So we'd have groups of 10 get lost. We have to call 100 people at least to go and search this cave. And obviously, first responders do not like having 100 of them called to go and respond to this one situation.
Right.
So it was really absurd there. And now we do have a cave and cliff rescue squad. Pretty much every county here in Chattanooga or in Tennessee does, just because there's so many caves.
Are they volunteer?
Yes. So we have a squad, but it's like 15 people total.
Yeah.
So the rest of it was EMTs, fire department, everything. And we'd have to just search the whole cave. That's 5.5 miles you can go through at least.
Wow.
Most of the time we'd find them within the first 20 to 40 minutes because they didn't get too far. But sometimes it would take them 10 hours to find someone. And that was with luck that they didn't get hurt. Because some people, their lights would die and then they try to wander around on their own and they would fall down pits. Luckily no one ever died from that, but there were a couple broken bones.
Low ceiling.
Now down here, we actually do have the farthest point from the surface, at least on this tour, which is around 130 feet from the surface. Yeah. Now, I don't say it's the lowest point in the cave, or that we've gotten down too much, just because we really haven't. We've just been walking into a mountain. Yeah, so in terms of altitude, we've only changed like 5 feet. And if you were looking for fossils, this is actually where you would come. Just because the lower you go, the less formations you have, the less formations there are, the more fossils you will see. So like if I was looking for them here, you just look up here in the ceiling.
Okay.
And so like there's some broken ones here, there's a couple more over here, there's some down here, there's all over the ceiling.
So are they not allowed to build on top of this mountain?
They are not. Technically they could if they had ownership, but our owner bought half the mountain when he bought this cave back in the day. Still though, you would have to be careful if you were going to build on top of this cave.
Yeah.
That's actually because of the rooms. So say you have a big room like the one we started in. If you build on top of that with something too large, it will cause the room to settle again. And when that happens, the whole place will collapse in, which can cause sinkholes.
Ooh, that's...
Yeah, there's actually a really famous and funny case of this, and it was actually the Corvette Museum.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, they built right on top of a cave.
Really? So you would think that you would go, oh, I don't think this is a smart idea. Common sense, you know?
Yeah, they probably didn't know.
Yeah, they didn't know it was there because the land had previously been surveyed by the Corvette plant, which was across the street. The Corvette plant, though, when they'd done that was years ago, and they didn't think to do any surveying up on below. They didn't think to do any kind of sonar, or what would it be? I think it'd be LiDAR?
Yeah, ground penetrating radar.
Yes, ground penetrating radar. So they didn't think to do that at the time. So they're like, oh, it's fine, we can put this other building across the street from it, won't be a problem. And then it fell in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
It's pretty.
It's like a lot of people touched it. No, unless that's just the way it's supposed to look.
It is possible in both cases. One, it will look like that. Like back there, you probably saw something that looks gooey on the wall.
Yeah.
You'll see it up here too. That is actually the natural look to it. That's just what it looks like when it's growing, it's fresh growth. Especially when it's white like it is up here. Like right over there.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh, you're
Am
good.
I in the way?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
But yeah, so when it looks like it's gooey and white, that's just natural color. Calcite's naturally just pure white. It looks gooey when it's fresh. As it starts to oxidize, that's when it's going to change texture and color a bit. The color depends on what mineral's in it, but texture is pretty much always the same. It looks really rough.
Wow, look at that there. You see how white that is?
Yeah, he's the one that's showing.
It goes back. Further over there.
It's still growing.
We went into Dismal's Canyon in Alabama. Have you done that?
I have not.
So pretty. And they have lard that glows at night, so we did the night tour as well. Just to see, I mean, it's kind of like fireflies and stuff stuck to the walls, but if you touched it, then they would die.
Because of the oil and salt from your
Oh, I
salt.
hands, so you couldn't, but it was, oh my gosh, that place was beautiful.
I think there's a cave around there. Because I've heard of the little one
Wouldn't
before,
surprise
but it was
me.
actually about this cave that's out in Alabama. There's a whole bunch of caves, honestly, that are crazy.
Yeah,
Between Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia, you just get some weird ones too. You also get some ones that people want to go to, but don't want to do because they're so difficult. Like a famous case of this one is Ellison's Cave. A lot of people want to check this cave out because it runs through, or runs between two tectonic plates. So you can actually pass right where they meet. And you can tell you're there because it's just littered with crystals everywhere.
Oh, wow.
The problem is, getting into this cave, you need to do 2 rappels. The first one's 285 feet, the next one's 500 feet. To get out, you can go all the way through, like you're doing, but then you still have to do a 586-foot rappel, or not rappel, but climb up, and then do another 280-foot climb up.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's pretty intense.
No, thank you.
yeah, and that's a 12-mile cave on top of that. So it's like, do you want to do this?
Yeah, you have to be good at rappelling and climbing and like small spaces.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you have to get permission on top of that. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to get a permit to go in this cave.
Yeah.
It's actually because it's had 33 people die in it.
Oh, no.
The crazy part is most of those deaths were not anything to do with heights. What happened was they got caught on the rope, couldn't get uncaught, and then they got hypothermia.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this is just showing that they're growing over here.
They're
These.
growing and they're very thin, so the light even goes through them.
Cute.
Yeah.
And then we have a.
Ask us if that stuff, like that color, is natural.
A dangerous tunnel.
Multicolored formations, but you would need more like quartz. They give you amethyst or something like that. You don't really get different colors with calcite. At least not bright, vibrant colors like that.
Now, which way do we go?
Right?
Well, you don't want to go down the red hole there.
Oh, that's
For
right.
sure.
Well, you were standing in front of me. I did not see that it was red.
Yeah, let's go jump down Labor's Canyon.
Yeah, no thanks.
He's so nice to me.
That's a 20-foot drop right there.
Yeah.
So that would be a very fun trip.
Oh, so this is where we were going to come up, you said earlier? Or is this a different spot?
Well, actually, no. So we're not right where we started. We're across the room from where we were at originally.
Okay.
Yes, we were the first big room.
I see
Look over your
now.
left.
That's why it looked familiar.
Oh, okay.
We're down to the right of where we came in.
Exactly. Yeah, when Lambert built these trails, he wanted you to really see the whole cave to get taking the whole picture. So he built the trail as a giant circle. When the Smith brothers added on their trail, they decided to just continue that little aspect of it, just by adding their own little section to make it more interesting to them. So, that's how they built these trails, just connecting right with the old ones.
This is really cool.
Yeah, now you're going to notice the formations over on this side of the room tend to be a little bit bigger, and that's actually just because the ceiling here is thinner. So there's more water coming through, which causes them to grow faster.
Okay.
But that's the reason why some of these formations look gigantic compared to the rest.
They really do.
Now we do think this is the oldest room in the cave, just because it is the highest up. At least makes the most sense for us, especially considering the size of the formations down here. But it's a little hard to actually date formations, because each one does grow at its own pace. And also, to like date these, you have to drill into them.
Honey, did you see that thing down on the wall? That formation.
This one looks like a big candle
Oh yeah.
right in front.
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that one. You have the flame.
The flame at the top and then the candle body.
Oh, yes.
The things in front remind me of like Indian art.
Mm-hmm.
So that one, that's a formation that's known as a cave shield.
Okay.
They're a bit on the rare side. You can find these shield formations in other caves, but only about 80 other caves actually have them.
Kind of looks like a face behind it as well. Looking
Looks
down.
like she, yeah. Okay.
It's actually funny. They are actually doing research on these out in Arizona.
Oh, really?
It's because they found the most cave shields in one cave ever. I think it's something like 5,000 cave shields. So they're actually studying that cave because they're trying to figure out what causes cave shields to form. They have a rough idea of how they form, but they don't know what caused them to form in such abundance. Or why they're so rare in the first place. So they're focusing their study up there because they have such a large... Exactly.
So this circular thing right here above the where we're about to walk under. Yeah.
That's the cave shield.
Okay. It looks like a shield that's been stuck in the rock right there. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so these guys, they grow from one of the walls. In our case, it's the right-hand wall. But whatever wall they grow from tends to be the only spot they actually touch anything. Everything else is generally just hanging there. Even behind them, there's nothing connecting this to the wall. Yeah. And the rough estimate on the age puts it at about 50,000 years old.
50?
Yes,
Only.
sir.
50,000 years old. Wow. Yeah, that is interesting. It just looks like,
Oh my gosh,
like it's
there's
just
nothing,
a potato
you're
chip.
right, there's nothing behind it.
And this isn't just unique to this one cave shield. That's pretty much all cave shields. They're like that.
It's amazing.
And you're saying that Arizona is studying them? Is that what you're saying?
That's the center of the research for this.
And is it because
This is
Arizona
cool.
has
It's a big room
wells
back
or
here.
no?
It's just because they have this one cave that they're using just for research that has the 5,000.
And do you know what the name of that cave is, or?
No, they don't even have an actual name for it. It's just like a number designation.
Okay.
Like, I want to look back here. I need to get my light.
Yeah, and it's not a public like tourist cave like this.
Yeah.
It's a cave where you go in and no pathways, nothing. You get in there, it's crawling around. You can go out and go check them all out. But obviously we can't do it. It's just for research.
I wonder where that is.
Well, what's back here?
So that's what we call snake pit. There's no actual snakes.
My flashlight's not starting.
Can we go in here?
You can just be very careful.
Oh, there you go.
Stay next to the rope light?
No, actually, stay to the right.
Well,
You can go anywhere.
yeah, that's what I was going to go right here to the right where this.
Yeah, because this area, if you step to the right spots, it's very, very slippery. Like,
Very slippery.
yeah, if you hit the right
Okay.
spot, you can slide. But yeah, this room here got its name because a lot of these formations in the
Is
ground
that on?
look like zigzagging snakes, and if it's partially full of water, which sometimes it is,
You can see kind of,
What is
Yeah.
that green thing on there?
survey mark. That was actually done by the owner.
Oh.
Yeah. He wanted to basically map the inside of the cave and have a marker compare to outside. So then he could put a hiking trail above the outside, so you could kind of walk around the outside of the cave or walk along the trail but outside. We don't know why he had to put it in the formations, the few formations that are in here,
Yeah.
but he did. We just can't argue with him because he owns this and he's our boss. We wish we
What
could.
are they the same people that own, is it,
Ruby?
Ruby?
No, different family. Well, actually, that's a corporation.
Oh.
Yeah, Ruby's a whole corporation. This place is family owned, has been for years. That's pretty much actually why you have the two different styles. With Ruby, they're much more, let's get as many people to see the cave as possible. With us, we're more like just, hey, let's actually enjoy time in here.
Yeah.
All of us guides know, We wouldn't want to go to a place and literally just get rushed through everything.
Rush through, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had some big tours. We were lucky and was on a smaller tour, but there were some big tours with
Oh yeah.
people.
They'll do up to 60 people in a group.
Oh my gosh. I think we had 10.
Oh, you're lucky
Not
then.
very much either.
Yeah.
What time did you go?
We went yesterday at 9:30, same time as this
Okay.
tour.
We went at 11, but the ones before us and after us were pretty big.
Yeah, the one after us was pretty big too.
Yeah. They do their tours like 15 minutes apart.
Yeah, it's incredible. They've got that down to a science.
Yeah, we actually have some of the old guides that work here, and they're like, we don't know how they did this stuff. All we know is some of the things they were doing were just, one, unsafe, two, just crazy. Like, apparently they would overfill the elevators occasionally.
Yeah, they did on us yesterday.
Yep. It'd be like a case of, oh, it's overfull. Yeah, it's fine. We can send it down.
Yeah.
Now down here at this corner, if you look on the left, you actually can see what we call the Darth Vader formation. It's over here on the wall. You
Oh,
just-
right here, Rocky.
Yeah, you got his eyes,
Oh.
top of his helmet.
Okay.
Shine your light on it.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, the bottom of his mask is kind of like melting out.
It's like other characters on Star
See if I can see it better from this way. Yeah. That's Vader for sure.
Also, people say it looks like Barbosa. What is it? Zoidberg, Futurama.
Yeah?
People will see what they want to, but though, because it gets crazy. I've heard some weird things in here that I'm just like, I have no clue.
Now the green over here is just because of the light.
Yes.
Okay.
There's actually another one down below here where we have one of the old halogens too. Except this is a fern. It's like, yeah, there's a full-on fern right beneath this trail. The first time we saw it, we were just like, wait, is that a fern? Yes.
It's a rare cave fern.
Yep, that's what we say sometimes. Especially to kids. Like, this is a rare cave fern.
Probably a spore or something fell off a shoe and then it had enough heat and moisture to survive off that little bit of light.
Exactly. It's better than it used to be though, because yeah, with some of the old ones, like when all these were halogen, you would have whole walls that look like giant fuzzy blankets.
Yeah.
We had to go through and strip all of that off.
Wow.
Yeah, in terms of what people see down here, they'll see imagination formations like the Darth Vader one, and they get crazy. I've heard some I just don't even bother looking for because I'm like, I have no clue. Actually, one of my funniest ones was I was with a tour. It was about 15 people, and we had a kid on the tour. The kid is looking at the wall, same wall you're looking at, and she just says to me, the three-legged deformed goat.
Oh.
And I'm like, my first thought is, why do you know what this looks like? Where have you seen a three-legged deformed goat? And no clue. I'm just like, I'm not gonna look for it. I honestly
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't think either.
Then my coworkers, they'll actually go with this one up here. When you guys saw hanging over, they'll say that looks like Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Put your light back on it if you don't mind.
Sure.
Yeah, that was the one when we walked in. I said, man, I can't believe that thing is, it's very precarious sitting right there on the edge.
Yeah, if you go up to the battlefields up on top of Lookout Mountain, you'll actually find another spot that looks very similar to this. But that one up there is called Umbrella Rock because back in the Civil War, people used to go underneath it to get the sun and rain. So some people will still call this one Umbrella Rock as well, since they look very similar. But yeah, funniest part is actually Lambert. He took a picture underneath this, and it was the picture he put in the newspaper for opening day. No one realized that it was taken in a cave. They thought it was taken up top at Lookout Mountain.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so opening day, a lot of people actually showed up at the battlefields looking for the cave. Especially since this was not called Raccoon Mountain Caverns at the time. Originally, it was the Tennessee Caverns.
Gotcha.
Yeah, then the name got changed, and it went through actually a lot of name changes. It's been the Crystal Caverns.
Why raccoon?
It's actually the shape of the mountain.
Oh.
It's the what?
Shape of the mountain.
Oh,
Yeah. So there's two mountains here that if you put them together, they look like a raccoon.
I gotcha.
That's actually why there are two Raccoon Mountains. You have TVA Raccoon Mountain as we know it, which is also Elder Mountain, and then you have this mountain, which is just Raccoon Mountain, also Etna Mountain at the same time. It's just no one uses Elder or Etna for either one. They just say either Raccoon Mountain or TVA Raccoon Mountain.
Okay.
And that's kind of the distinction all the locals use.
Okay.
But if you guys haven't been up to the TVA one, beautiful views. And it's completely free. You drive up there and it's just like a big driving trail. You guys have a bunch of overlooks. If you want to hike, there's 28 miles of hiking trail or something.
Oh, wow.
we're gonna go check out the reservoir up there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that one.
At some point, we hadn't been up there.
Did y'all go to Rock City?
Yes.
Yes,
That's cool.
we went yesterday afternoon.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Is there still that one bridge that smells really weird? Anyone know?
I don't know.
We crossed
Yeah, I
several
didn't
bridges and
notice it.
didn't notice the smell.
Sweets, they finally cleaned that. There used to be this spot where everyone would dump their sodas, and it just got to this like horrible, nasty smell.
Like the inside of a bar?
Yeah. I used to work up there, so I'd have to walk by this area every day, and I was always like, what is that smell? Did something just die? It's like, nope, it's just where people dump soda. You guys ever back to the area around Christmas time too? You guys can actually go up there and you can go see the Enchanted Garden of Lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, they light up that whole area. It gets pretty crazy.
So, refresh my memory, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're fine.
So, it's a stalactite if it comes from the ceiling, and a stalagmite
On the
up
ground.
from the ground?
Yep. And then if they touch both of them, floor and ceiling, that's column or pillar.
More color.
And there's a big salamander. He ate his tail.
Oh, don't eat your tail. He was hungry.
Mm-hmm. They regrow eventually.
Interesting colors and skin patterns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with these guys, the flecks on their back, the different colors, it's actually like our hair color, basically.
Having a hard time finding it, babe.
Yeah. The camera. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Now the two common ones are the cave salamanders and the slimies. We also have a third species in here called spring salamanders, but they actually live in the very back of the cave. They never leave the inside, except to go out at night to get food.
Look how interesting this looks.
Mm-hmm.
Just the divots.
Yeah.
It's like the water has been,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
the little divots.
Kind of reminds you of something in the ocean or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like a brain.
A brain coral?
Coral,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is nice.
All right.
Yeah, not being rushed and having to.
It is. It's very
Looks like
nice
it's
to
locked
just
in the-
take our time.
Yeah.
Crying babies. Not that I don't
Yeah.
like babies, just not crying ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or screaming.
Let's get here.
Well, it depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
Yeah.
Well,
I
there
mean-
was a couple the other day that they just need, I don't know how you feel about spanking, but
Spank them, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were just like,
We're from South Louisiana.
We're from Louisiana. It's spanking.
Yeah.
We use spanking.
Everybody whips the kid, the whole family.
just a giant line.
Hey, you do it once and that's probably the last time you have to do it.
Well, welcome back, guys. Watch your step right here. A lot of people miss this little lip and trip on their way out.
Yeah. And what was your name again?
Oh, I'm Ben.
Ben?
Ben.
That's right. Okay.
Fantastic.
Thank you for the tour, Ben.
Yeah.
thank you.